Hi, welcome to my tube. My name's Marge. I'm a Helka, empath, and I just like to do these little talks on how I feel about things. Benzo's here today. With me, my co-host. We got Tut back there and Pants over here. Yep, that's the crew coming through. Woo woo. Benzie, my co-host, a very handsome with a pointy lip. Yep. Anyway. Things are pretty interesting. So what am I? What do I do? What do I do? Well, I'm trying to teach people how to talk about emotions and feelings and live with them. Because people don't live with their emotions and feelings, and they spend a lot of effort and time pushing them away, stuffing them down, putting them into different places, separating themselves in one dimension and their feelings and emotions in another, and that's done through a lot of escapism. Heck, I even do it through coffee, when I feel low and I want to raise my body up, but my vibrational frequency's low, we can do it with alcohol, we can do it with marijuana, CBD, opiates, anytime, food, just, grandma's whatever. I don't know, my grandpa was the baker in my family. Grandma didn't like it, cooking much. There's other stuff she'd rather do. She was more ambitious than that. So, we live, our spirits live these human incarnations to have experiences, and I've had a few doozies myself. I don't know about you, and I know more people, and I share a lot of them on my tube, and I just got to tell Mom the other day, I was thinking about, when I was growing up and the things that I did when I was a kid, and I was thinking about how much I worry about my dogs and my mom looking after for her, and things like that, and with like her burning the skin on her chin from lotion, and having to be aware of things like that now. I mean, I'm aware of them, but now I have to be more aware, things like that, because her skin sensitivity, and we're all just becoming more and more sensitive, and I was not an easy kid. No, I was freaking my first trip to the ER, I was 2 when I put a fishing hook through my tongue. Another trip to the ER was, I fell off at a rest stop outside, I believe it was Ventura. There's I remember a big, and it's right outside, or it's right before a big tunnel. Big, huge tunnel. And I was on an overpass, and I remember doing this when I was a kid. I had this, I wanted to do backflips. Someplace I got backflips. I wanted to do backflips off stuff, and I do backflips up stuff without, thinking that without realizing that I wasn't gonna stick the landing. And I did it that time, and freaking wrecked my back, and then shoot, I was 6 when I touched the electrical fence. That was the same year I touched the electrical fence and freaking got electrocuted, and then got knocked off. I thought my brother kicked me, but what happened was I think it was one of my guardian angels freaking knocked me off that thing, because packs a wall up. And then that same year I freaking about drowned in Whiskey Town Lake. So, but it's just like, I think about all these things, and I was like, I was not an easy child, and I was with other people when these things happened. There were people around, whiskey, so it's just like seconds and inches, but this is what I call collecting data. Every time I make a mistake in life, I'm collecting data. Okay, don't do this again, or do this maybe with slight modifications, or, sometimes, heck, I'm human. I'll make the same mistake I'll keep trying the same thing with slight modifications for years and years and years, and I'm only hurting myself. That's an interesting storyline. So we all have these storylines. There's all these potentials of how things can happen where we're born. Everybody, when we were born, if you're watching this, you were born. You're a male or a female. You're you're hetero or not, you are in a relationship or not. It's like these huge Gantt charts of life, of potentials of how things can go, you know. Now there's more potentials. Now it's like, you're going down the garlic festival? Is your family going to be safe or not, you know? People have more risk to measure, more calculations to make, you know. I just want people to be safe. I don't want people to stop living their life. I don't want people to stop having festivals. I want more people to have festivals. I just want people to, instead of running from their feelings and hiding from their feelings, to talk about their feelings. And I want, you know, kids to be able to say, you know, that person doesn't feel good to me. And I can sit down with them and say, well, why don't they feel good to you? Because I know why people don't feel good to me, but it's different and separate for everyone, you know? Not everyone has the same experience, you know? So, you have to, that's why I was like, when I teach people, I never understood when people would teach kids how to tie their shoes, they do it while sitting in front of them. And then the kid's like trying to process that backwards. It doesn't make sense to me. I always sit with the kid in front of me so I can show them how to tie it when they're looking at the same perspective as I am. It's like the 6 and the 9, you know? I got a 6 on my hand. Oh yeah, you like my 6? No, it's a 9. It's that thing. It's perception. People aren't coming from where other people are. And if they try to, they can't with a definitive empathy, because they've never had the same experience. And that's why I am qualified, because I have had this huge spectrum of life experiences, time and time again, that I can help people to not hang on or put themselves in that permanent vibration of the current experience that they're having. Because more people are having scary stuff happen. You know how hard it is to let traumatic stuff go? It's very, very difficult. You can do it. Yeah. It's easier, the better, the bigger, the stronger, the more loving support system you have. Not everybody has one of those. And folks, you can do it too if you don't. We tell ourselves if we're going to be okay. We tell ourselves that just as much as we tell ourselves, oh, I'm scared. Are you? Or are you confident in yourself that whatever situation's going to happen, you're going to be okay? More people are finding that out. It's kind of cool. It's scary. How many people, it's like learning how to walk as a grown-up. As an adult. It's freaking wild, man. The new world, the new age. It's the new age. But we're given little pockets of grace. We're given pockets of grace. Think about it. Consider it. Consider the times that freaking the most traumatic things have happened, the scariest things have happened in your life, saddest things happen, losing a loved one, a pet, a career, an idea of how your life is going to be, a relationship, you know, doesn't matter, loss is loss, the vibration, the pain, and that heartache is similar regardless of what the loss is. But we also, you know, when I think about the times of this stuff that has happened, I always remember a peace that's come over me. That's what I call the pocket of grace, you know, the pocket of grace. They call it, you know, other people call it the silver lining. Some people call it, you know, I don't know. No, you call it whatever you want. I call it the pocket of grace, and always look for the pocket of grace in every scary or painful or hurtful situation, you know, and it's all lessons. And I don't judge people for making mistakes in life, you know. I was telling somebody, I said, you know, I could walk into a room, I can walk up to whoever I feel is the darkest, lowest vibrational person in the room, and I can walk up to the highest vibrational person in the room, who that is to me, and I can have conversations with both, and I won't judge either. That's the cool part about the new age, is People are free to be who they want. Even in darkness, they're free to be who they want. The thing is you can't take. There's all these questions about, like, AI and all this science stuff and like chips and things like that. And that's the thing, is we live in a free will universe. No group gets to tell another group what they get to do. You don't get to take. That's your decipher. That's the only thing, is you don't get to tell people and then make them do it. It's free will. If they get to choose. You take that choice away, then what are we doing here anyway? That's about all I got for today. Hope you have a rad day. Peace.